listening to The Sports Nuts.
And welcome to another edition of the Wrestletalk show. My name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of Wrestletalk. What do you want to talk about? Let me talk to you. All right. Yeah, we're here today and every Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m. right here on the Sports Nuts Network. And we're a part of that, the Sports Nuts Network, and also on YouTube, Facebook. We're on Kick Network. We're also on several other platforms as well, including the Sports Nuts Network. And I want to thank the following radio stations for having us on here as we're simulcasted on 95.5 KFCE in Terrell, Texas, Tiger Nation Live, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and 93.3 FM KJR in Seattle, and part of the Hawaii Sports Radio Network. Aloha to all our friends in Hawaii. Thank you for listening as well. 107.5 FM The Ticket, Montgomery, Alabama, and AM 610 KNML, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and soon to be coming to 105.5 in the Roar in Easley, South Carolina, and WGR 550 AM, Buffalo, New York. Don't forget tonight, 7:30 p.m. as well, as I forgot to mention earlier on Sports Corner, is the Sports Nuts Show tonight, 7:30. Brandon Keeler, Shane Owens, and also Matt Thomas, and Pensman contributor, as well as Brian Pettit. I will be on with them Friday night at 7:30, so I wanted to let everyone know about that, and I forgot to tell everyone about that earlier on the Sports Corner show. We had a couple guests on, and I forgot to tell that to everyone. Sports Nuts Show, there we are. There's the picture right there of the Sports Nuts as well. So, all right, Smokin Jim Frazier, my co-host. Welcome to Wrestletalk. Smokin Jim, it's great to have you today. How are you?
Hey, thanks, Ralph. This is my most favorite thing to do all week.
I know it is. I know you love it here, and a lot of people love it here, and it's great that we're on. The Wrestletalk is here for you. Best wrestling show across the nation and all across the country. We've been doing this for a while now, and I got to tell you, we talk the best Wrestletalk. We get the best opinions, and we have some of the best information as well. All right. Last night on Raw, they showed a situation where, and we're going to get into that. We're going to get into this. We have WWE has a lot to talk about. AEW as well. I want to talk about a couple things, but mostly WWE. Big things going on. Saturday night's main event, John Cena's last match. Other than that, I thought Cody Rhodes' match was okay until interference came in. I didn't appreciate that. That was crazy. But I will tell you this much though. I got to give credit to Femi. The guy who fought Cody Rhodes, he stood right up to the Vision. I mean, they came out and interfered in the match, and he stood right up to him and didn't back down. And I got to tell you, he's when he comes up to the WWE, he's going to be a force to reckon with. What I saw against Cody Rhodes on Saturday night's main event, and what I've seen him on NXT, this guy's a dominating force. And I got to tell you, I thought he put up a good fight against Cody Rhodes. I really did. I mean, he came up short, but you know what? He put up a good fight as well. So I just want to let everyone know that. And I thought the Saturday night's main event was not all that great, except for the John Cena match, and the Cody Rhodes match was okay. So it was a good match for what it was until interference came in and interfered with everything and whatnot. But, I thought it was a good match until that happened. And, and then on top of that, we had all kinds of other crazy stuff going on. And John Cena's retirement match, I kind of figured Gunther, Smokin Jim, you called it. Gunther's a good wrestler. I don't like Gunther, but I respect him. And I will tell you, Gunther's going to be forced to reckon with moving on. He's already been world champion. He's already been the Intercontinental champion. And he's going to probably he could be a champion again. CM Punk's got a lot of competition on Raw, Smokin Jim. I think you'll agree with me on that. And both champions have a lot of competition on both shows. And they have targets on their back. It's going to be interesting. January 5, when CM Punk puts the title up against Braun Breaker. All right. So we're going to find out what happens. Of course, the Vision did their thing again last night. Adam Pearce still can't get control of his shows. He needs to do something and do it quickly. All right, Smokin' Jim, your thoughts on Saturday night's main event?
Man, I think you kind of pretty much summed it up, man. I agree with it. And I think that guys that came over from NXT, I think they showed well. They did a good job. And I think that we got some young upcoming stars coming forward.
All right, we got the Doc Sanderson, retired professional wrestler trained by Nick Eugene Dinsmore. First time seeing this. Thank you for being part of the program. Appreciate it. I think we're going to email me, ralphwilliams737@gmail.com if you'd like to come on the show. I'm always looking to interview former wrestlers. Gunther will retire Brock Lesnar. Yeah, that is supposed to happen at SummerSlam in 2026. He's retired everybody. Yeah, he's retired Cena, and he retired Goldberg. I don't see him doing that, doing anything more than that. He's going to be the new legend killer there, Smokin' Jim. I believe that to be the case. All right. We're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios here at Studio 10 in Berlin, Maryland, 724-201-0500. If you live in Western Pennsylvania and you don't call Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, shame on you. They do the best work on heating and air conditioning, and they also have UV lighting, snow melt. Call Mata today, 724-201-0500. Also, Mike Dotson Realty is one of our sponsors, 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty. Get your short-term rental. Get it now for 2026, because if you do not, you will pay the price, because the price is going up for next year for the hotels. So please, by all means, please go out there and call Mike Dotson Realty today, 410-596-1681. Also, BigJimsBikes.com, 410-289-1203, Big Jim's Bikes and Scooters. If you're handicapped like I am in a wheelchair here and you need to get a scooter, my suggestion to you is, again, make sure you give Big Jim a call or get online, BigJimsBikes.com. Get your motorized scooter booked for the time you're going to be there. Big Jim will take super care. You tell him Ralph Williams sent you. All right. Smokin' Jim, since we clarified Saturday night's main event pretty much, I want to get into a couple things here, and I don't really get into wrestlers' personal lives, but your girlfriend there, Tiffany Stratton, is breaking away from Ludwig Kaiser, who is El Grande Americano currently. All right. So, and unfortunately for him, she's leaving him. Your thoughts on this situation here?
Well, she never should have been with him in the first place. It's tippy time, brother. It's tippy time. But hey, I'm happy for her. She's a superstar. Her arrow is pointing up. I like to see her get the title back, but she's one of the best things for wrestling, man. What a beautiful young lady.
Oh, yeah, absolutely she is. And, so, all right, let's take a look at, hold on a second here. Let's look at this. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we at here? Okay. Nope. I thought I had this video or this audio I wanted to share. All right. Last night, right after Raw was over, there was a video out there, and I believe it was played on Raw, but I had three different things going on at the same time, as I mentioned on Sports Corner. All right. Nick Aldis went to Drew McIntyre's house to attempt to talk to him because supposedly, Cody Rhodes and his infinite wisdom, which is why I don't understand this, why you would be so stupid. I get you want to revenge Drew McIntyre for what he did to your family. I get that. Everybody wants to do that. All right. But you've already beat Drew McIntyre. Why would you continue to let him linger? All right. Let him go find a bone somewhere else. He's a crybaby. He'll never win another championship in the WWE. Okay. He's nothing but a crybaby. And I used to one time be a fan of Drew McIntyre, but until he started crying and blaming everybody for his problems and all this other stuff, I have no respect for him anymore. And when you go after somebody's family and you try to injure somebody and take them out of wrestling, that's when I have a problem with you. All right. And Drew McIntyre should not only have been suspended for what he did to Cody Rhodes, he should have been fired. And then on top of that, he let some loophole of dumb, ridiculous loophole, and he let Paul Heyman run roughshod over him, Nick Aldis, and had to take the suspension away from Drew McIntyre to participate in War Games. That was wrong too. I thought that was as well. But Cody Rhodes has begged, and said to Nick Aldis that he wants him to lift the suspension of Drew McIntyre. He wants him in a match. It's coming up soon. He wants to sign a contract. McIntyre came up with some demands. Nick Aldis came up with some demands, and Nick agreed with Drew McIntyre that until the match happens, Cody Rhodes is not allowed to touch him. But if Nick Aldis is smart enough, he'll put the same stipulation in for Drew. They're not allowed to even come near each other. If that's what they're going to do, that to me, I have no problem with that arrangement. But if it's a one-way arrangement where Drew McIntyre says, "Well, Cody Rhodes can't come and attack me," well, you know what? You can't attack Cody Rhodes either. All right, Isaiah, thank you for being part of the program. Welcome to Wrestletalk. So, Smokin' Jim, your thoughts on this situation here? And then Cody Rhodes showed up at Drew's house and tried to get into Drew's house. So in revenge for what he pulled on the Rhodes family and his coach bus, going in there, beating him up, interfering with his family. What do you think about this?
Well, I'm a Drew McIntyre fan. He's
Oh my.
He's just a tremendous talent for a guy, very athletic for a guy his size, and he's worthy from a talent standpoint of winning a world championship. I agree with you. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll ever let him get close to a belt. If I was him, I would get with a tag team somewhere or faction. I think that now he's with Al Heyman. Maybe he'll join that group. But hey, him and Cody Rhodes don't like each other, man. Cody got to be careful because they've already put some stipulations in that they didn't have when Drew McIntyre went to his house. So Cody could get suspended for what he did. So he got to be careful. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be a bloodbath, man. I think both fighters are going to draw first blood, man. It's going to be some blood spilled in that ring when they go at it.
Oh yeah, Drew's mad and everything else. But here, I have something for you here. This is for Drew McIntyre. I can get it going there. There we go. Come on. Oh, it's not going. Oh well. There we go. Hold on a second here. I'm doing something wrong here with this. Okay, here we go. Now I got it. There it goes. Yep. Hold on. All right, hold on. Here we go. All right, there you go. That's for Drew McIntyre. So there you go. All right. Nothing but a crybaby. All right. Smokin' Jim, your thoughts. I thought the match on SmackDown last week, and we'll go into that a little bit, or not SmackDown, but I thought last night's match with the New Day and the Usos, I thought that was a good match. That's been, do you know that, and I didn't notice that the Usos and the New Day over time of all their professional careers have wrestled 54 times. 54 times. They have the highest amount of fights in tag team history. It was a good match. I thought that was one of the better matches last night on Raw. Your thoughts on this match between the New Day and the Usos?
I'm very surprised. 54 times with anybody, man. There's a lot. Both of them were young, up-and-coming superstars, and I think the New Day got there a little quicker. But I thought it was an outstanding match. Did you think, well?
I thought it was a good match until what's his face interfered and cost New Day the match. I thought it was going to actually kind of be a fair match. What's his face? The one that teamed up with Austin Theory. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. But you know who I'm talking about. He's with the New Day now. And Speaking of Austin Theory, I want to tell everybody, and I'm going to give myself a little round of applause here because I deserve it. Okay? When are you folks out here going to listen to what I'm telling you? I was right again. When I'm right, I'll tell you I'm right. When I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong. Smokin' Jim, how many times am I right? Smokin' Jim, you there?
Almost 100%.
Okay. Because I was right when I said, and I quote, that Austin Theory was the masked man. The one that's been coming in with the black hoodie, with the little mask on, interfering in matches involving division and doing the curb stomp kind of thing. All right. And I was right. It was Austin Theory. It was revealed last night because Adam Pearce got angry with Paul Heyman, told him he wanted the man to be revealed, and if it wasn't revealed tonight, there were going to be some punishment coming to the Vision. So he went ahead, and now it's Austin Theory, and I was right. It was Austin Theory. There were rumors that it was Montez Ford. There were rumors it was Chris Jericho because Jericho has worked out a contract with the WWE. Rumor has it he will be on the Royal Rumble or part of the Royal Rumble match, okay, to start his new rebirth with the WWE. This is his last run, okay? And we'll get back to that and AJ Styles as well later on, okay? So here we go. I was right again. It was Austin Theory. Now the Vision is even more dangerous. And I heard a rumor yesterday, Smokin' Jim, that Ricky Saints, which they took the belt from him and had Femi beat him. Ricky Saints is being moved up to the main roster, starting with the Royal Rumble. Ricky Saints will be part of it, and I'm being told he's going to be part of the Vision. The Vision is going to continue to grow, all right? So everyone needs to understand this because they're going to continue to grow, all right? And we'll tell you later about Brock Lesnar's last match coming up as well. AJ Styles retiring at the end of his contract in 2026. I hope he don't go out like John Cena did and lose a match. We'll talk about that as well. We didn't get too much into that. Smokin' Jim, your thoughts on this? Ricky Saints being bumped up. He's going to be formerly known as Ricky Starks from AEW, going to be moved into the Vision, and now Austin Theory's part of the Vision. Your thoughts? Go ahead.
Well, I like it. On one hand, on the other hand, we're going to run out of room. He's been everywhere. He's paid his dues. Did a great job on NXT, but sooner or later you just can't move everybody up, man. It's just you only got 2 shows and
right
limited.
Well, they have 3 shows. They have NXT. They have 3 shows, so, but yeah, I understand.
Well, I'm talking about on the big stage.
Oh, yeah, on the big stage. Yeah, NXT's yeah, I know. I get that. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody in NXT want to be WWE, but yeah, I like it. He got some good moves. He's tough. He's colorful. He got a fan base. So sooner or later you had to move him up. But I'm like you. I mean, hey, where does it end? Because there's not enough wrestling for the guys who are up there right now.
Well, I got to tell you this right now, and this is breaking news. I found this out. Starting in January, the very first SmackDown will go back to 3 hours. So they better get enough wrestlers up there because I don't want to hear any flapping of the gums for half an hour at the end of the night. You know what I mean? They need to get more wrestlers involved. They've already cut a bunch. And I think the WWE kind of got egg on their face. They cut it. They had it at 3 hours. They cut it down to 2 because they said they didn't have enough wrestlers to justify anything to keep it going. And then they had Raw for 3 hours, and now it's like 2 and 15 or 20 or 30 or whatever Netflix thinks it is. Okay, and there's no consistency there with those 2 shows. But now they're going back to SmackDown being 3 hours in January, so they better find some wrestlers and get them in there because I see Otis is back, so maybe we'll see him in some matches and some other stuff going on as well. Some guys are coming back. Maybe get the Wyatt Six wrestling some more. because they haven't wrestled at all, hardly. Need to get. I know they're involved with the MFTs. I get that, but you need to get them more involved. As well. Nikki Cross may be involved in a women's match. They need to do something to satisfy that 3 hours. Okay, because I can see this coming, Smokin' Jim. This is the MO of the WWE, where they have 3 hours and they spend 30 minutes with someone flapping their gums. One thing I will give AEW credit for, they don't flap the gums too long. There's a lot of guys, they do a lot of wrestling on that show. All right. I don't mind you flapping the gums, but if I'm going to pay a lot of money like people do to go to the arena to see these things, the last thing I want to see is somebody standing there flapping the gums all night long. All right. I want to see wrestling matches. So, that's why people go to independent wrestling. You don't have all that and whatnot. But anyway, your thoughts on SmackDown going 3 hours?
I would love to see him go 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's good. I've always been a fan of the 3-hour platform and looking forward to it. Thanks for the breaking news.
Yeah, exactly. And also, too, don't forget their relationship with TNA. I mean, and now TNA is going to be on AMC in January. So I just want to let everyone know that as well. Also, I forgot to mention, if you were watching the Sports Corner show, I forgot to mention as well, Grayson Waller. That's the guy that's with the New Day, Smokin' Jim. Grayson Waller. He screwed that up for them last night. He tried to interfere and All right, Mark Mann says, I just hope Austin isn't the guy to take pins. He needs to be pushed again. Yes, he does. And you know what? You know what they say, Smokin' Jim? There's one bowl of food, and you got all them dogs in the division, and the one bowl of food is one championship, and everybody wants it in the division. You can't satisfy everybody, so sooner or later something's going to break down. Always does in these factions, but we'll see. 3 hours is too much, says the Dax Anderson. All right, thank you for that as well. 3 hours is too much for SmackDown. I don't know. They seem to be the experts at doing this stuff. They're already on the hook with Netflix right now. Ratings are down for Raw. There's been some boring shows. It was okay last night. I thought it was. It was pretty decent. I didn't want to see Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio fight again. I thought that was sad. I don't like to see all them repeat matches like that over and over again. And but anyway, they need to find something else for Logan Paul to do, not be in wrestling. That because I can't stand him anyway. But that's beside the point. They make a lot of money off of Logan Paul, and Logan Paul makes a lot of money on, and he gets a lot of Facebook fans and YouTube fans and whatever. Not that I'm jealous of him, I could care less about him, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, there we are with that. All right, next, let's get into John Cena's retirement match. I know it was sad against Gunther, Smokin' Jim. John Cena had a great career. 17-time world champion. He was Intercontinental champion. He's a Grand Slam champion. He's been a tag team champion. He's been with all the championships. Do you think this match against Gunther shouldn't have happened? And they should have brought, like we talked about this last week, and the WWE might have a little egg on their face on this, because I wanted to see John Cena fight somebody like a Chris Jericho, who just signed a contract with the WWE. I guess they couldn't get it done fast enough. Maybe, I don't know. They brought in some guys during the during that stupid tournament that they had. They should have just got somebody to come in and fight John Cena instead of this dumb tournament. Anyway, Gunther wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for this tournament. I want to see John Cena go out with a win. You always want to see somebody retire and go out with a win. Goldberg, he got retired by Gunther. I'm hearing now Brock Lesnar now. Here's something I found out today, is his last match is at SummerSlam, and I heard it could be against Gunther. I would love to see that match. That would be a great match. And if Gunther takes out Brock Lesnar, Gunther is going to be one heck of a wrestler for the rest of his career. He's already one heck of a wrestler. That just adds one more notch to what he can do. Your thoughts on that, Smokin' Jim, on John Cena's retirement?
I'm not as sentimental as you and a lot of the other fans. May the best man win. John Cena had a great career, so it didn't matter to me whether he won or lost. May the best man win. And hey, Gunther is a champion in waiting. This guy has really improved his ability to wrestle, but no matter who you would have picked for that last match, somebody would have said it should have been this guy or that guy.
So the debate goes on, more or less. The debate goes on, so, yeah.
And that's what makes wrestling the best sport in the world.
Yes.
The debates go on.
Yeah, exactly. It makes for good social media. It makes for good talk here as well. It makes for good talk on the Wrestletalk show. We're every Tuesday, 5:00 p.m. Next Tuesday, check out my social media platforms. I forgot to mention on Sports Corner because we were busy with guests. I forgot to mention this is our last Wrestletalk for 2025. We will be back on January 6th, talking more wrestling. And once again, I'm grateful. And I want to thank Brandon Keeler and the Sports Nuts and all the radio stations that are listening in today to the Wrestletalk show here for all your listening. And also some of the new viewers we have here, some of you guys in the comments section. I want to thank everybody for this as well, because it has been one great thing going on right now. We're moving up. 2026 is going to be my year. And I want to say this, and I'm not bragging, but I am in talks with WWDB 860 AM. They want to put my Ralph Williams show, and I've only been there this is my third show, and they already want me there 5 days a week live with Colin. So, we're working on that. My radio agent, the management of the station, and everything else is working on that as well. And don't forget tomorrow, and here I'm going to play this video for you. Don't forget tomorrow for the Ralph Williams show on all right, we're going to talk tomorrow with Amy Rosenberg. She's from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Look at this, my third show, and I already got the Philadelphia Inquirer on with me, Smokin' Jim. How do you like that? The city of brotherly love. There you go.
They know talent when they see it.
That's right. That's right. They do. I'm not going to go there about Pittsburgh. I'm not doing that right now. So I'm not doing it. I just don't feel like it. So, But anyway, what I want to say is I want to thank the management of WWDB for letting me put my show on weekdays. They were the only one to step to the plate, saw my talent, and let me put my show on their radio station. I want to thank them for that as well. And I also want to say real quick, and I forgot to do this on the Sports Corner show, Smokin' Jim, real quick. Sad to hear about what happened to the meathead, Rob Reiner, from All in the Family. Him and his wife were tragically murdered in their home in Brentwood. The son is in custody. I will be speaking about it tomorrow on the Ralph Williams show. My guest again, Amy Rosenberg. We're going to talk about the fall of Atlantic City. Wait till you hear this stuff tomorrow from Amy about the mayor and about his wife, who got into a fight with an officer who was giving her a ticket because guess what she was doing, Smokin' Jim? Illegally parked in a handicap spot. I have been frustrated with this for years. People they just don't care and parked their car. And this officer was giving her a citation, and she screamed and hollered. And I believe I think she did go to jail for this. The mayor's wife. So the mayor and his wife seem to have some issues in Atlantic City. But we'll talk about that tomorrow on the show as well. I forgot to mention all that earlier. All right, let's go to comment section. We got some fresh comments here. Let's see what we have. All right, we have, let's see here, the Dax. He's 3 hours is too much. He also said, what's your email address again? It is ralphwilliams737@gmail.com. Also, you can send in your emails if you don't choose to comment here. You can on our email. Smokin' Jim, we have some fans in Harrisburg who says, Ralph, I listened to you on WWDB. I enjoy your show, but I enjoy this even more. I'm a big wrestling fan, and this is from Mickey in Harrisburg. There you go, Smokin' Jim. Mickey in Harrisburg. He says he likes our show, and he found out about me from WWDB, and now he's a fan of the wrestling show. So there you go, Mickey. So there you are. So thank you, Mickey from Harrisburg. All right, Smokin' Jim. Let's get back to the show here. Back to the what they call the topics at hand, and that's professional wrestling. All right, thank you very much. The Dax Anderson has subscribed. Thank you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Facebook page. Don't forget, I'm also on LinkedIn, and I'm on the Kick Network. We're also broadcasting on Pensman Sports, Tiger Stripes Media, and we're also broadcasting on the Sports Nuts Network and on my YouTube page and my Facebook page as well. And also, this will be uploaded onto the Facebook page as well, on my other Facebook page as well, so you can watch for your viewing pleasure as well. All right, Smokin' Jim, any final thoughts about anything with WWE before we kind of move on here? But coming up this Friday on SmackDown, that'll be pretty interesting. We're going to see what happens this Friday, also in Hershey, PA. I want to tell everybody that both of these shows were recorded in Hershey because last night at the Giant Arena, which is a grocery store chain, by the way, they don't pay me, so I'm not going to go any further. In Hershey, they recorded these two shows because last night they couldn't get Raw on live because Hart and Starship were there, because I got the videos showing it. So I just want to let everyone know that both of these shows were pre-recorded this week. So they had a doubleheader in Hershey you could have bought tickets for. That would have been a nice experience, Smokin' Jim. When you like to go to something like that, I've seen that happen in Pittsburgh too. So, you know, due to a scheduling conflict. So, you know, but anyway, Smokin' Jim, any final thoughts on WWE or anything you think we forgot you want to add?
Just wanted to comment on the meathead.
The meathead.
You and I are both all in the family fans. I never knew his real name. I've seen the picture of his producer and director, big time movie producer and director.
Yeah, Rob Reiner.
I had no idea it was him. You know, he looks totally different.
Yes.
You know, bald headed. He had a head full of hair. And a beard and everything. But
he was in My Cousin Vinny. I just watched him last week in My Cousin Vinny. He was in that. So, you know. He was in a courtroom. He was in the courtroom. Yeah, I saw him in a courtroom there. Yeah, right.
I just never knew that was Mike.
Yeah, that was Rob Reiner. Yeah.
I had no idea that he was so successful.
And
to have like you know, drugs, man.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, man, but you can't have them drug addicts in your house, man. How do you kill your mom?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's
you know. And do you know who he used to be married to years ago?
No, I didn't know who.
Penny Marshall.
Oh, get out of here from Laverne and Shirley. Get the heck out of here. Oh my gosh, Penny Marshall. Oh my gosh. We're going to make our dreams come true. We're going to do it. That was a spinoff from Happy Days, too. That was a spinoff of Laverne and Shirley. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe I didn't know he was married to Penny Marshall. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that. Oh, my. Well, she turned her husband, her current husband, or I'm not sure if he's passed. I don't get into too much of that, but I think her husband was a well-known director. He had a lot of great movies and stuff. He directed and produced. Penny Marshall's current husband, or her husband that she just, you know, had. You know what I mean? So, you know, but sad to hear about Rob Reiner, man. And I still refer to him as the meathead because that was his greatest thing, was the meathead on All in the Family. I mean, you know, yeah, it was hilarious. And the one episode of Archie Bunker's Place, when they had the Thanksgiving meal, that he had to reveal that him and Gloria were caught running around naked on a nude beach or something in California, And Joey said, "My daddy was in the newspaper. He was naked." Oh my, yeah, that was hilarious, man. Those were the days too. When you had some good comedies like that. So, but anyway, Norman Lear, man, he knew how to put it out there. He did Good Times, Jefferson's. He was the best. All in the Family, Maude. Oh my gosh, he knew how to put them out there. And all the spin-offs he did from all those shows. That was, yeah, that was some great stuff over back in those days. So, all right, let's get back to the topic at hand. That's wrestling.
Hey, Ralph, you're the modern day Norman Lear. Look all the spin-offs you got going on.
Yeah, exactly. Ralph's Opinion Show will not be on tomorrow night. I've canceled it for the rest of the year, but we will be back in January on a different. We'll be still on the social YouTube and Facebook and all that. We just won't be on the Sports Nuts Network. We're going to be on a separate on my own personal StreamYard network. So we're going to be on there as well. So we'll be back with Ralph's Opinion Show Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Starting January 7th. So just to let everyone know, we'll be back and we'll be doing our normal thing there as well. We have a lot to talk about as we do every single show, no matter which one I put out there or produce or whatever. That's happening as well. All right, let's talk about AEW a little bit, Smokin' Jim. I had the privilege of catching Dynamite on Wednesday, a little bit of the Collision on Saturday. And I got to tell you, it's getting hot and heavy here with Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland walking around with these chains. They're choking everybody out. They're going after Samoa Joe and his gang with Hook, and that's Shibata or Shibuda or whatever his name is. They got their little faction going on there. And, Samoa Joe, this is the tail end of his career. He's in his 50s. I heard this is it for him. He's getting ready to wrap things up. He's had a lot of injuries over the years and has kept him away from wrestling. And I'm glad now that he's finally got his just due as the world champion. He's come up short many times. He's been hurt too many times. But now he's the world champion AEW, and we're going to find out where this goes. But them two guys together like that with chains, that's dangerous. And it's interesting to see how them two guys are now working together for a common cause, which you don't see too much of, but they are doing that as well. And now you have Kenny Omega teaming up with the Young Bucks to take out the Don Callis family. I'm interested to see how they're going to do that with how growing the Don Callis family has become, Smokin' Jim. And you were the one that said this. Don Callis is putting together a family, boy. Whoa, is he putting together a family? Your thoughts on that? Go ahead.
Well, I seen Swerve and those guys Wednesday win a tag team match.
Yes.
They were put together.
Yeah.
I kept thinking they may square off with one another, man. They were nose to nose with each other there.
Yeah.
For a while. I'm glad Swerve is back healthy again. But I tell you what, man, Don Callis is the whole show, man.
Oh my, yeah, exactly. You can't. And my question is, and I haven't seen him for a few weeks. I don't know if he's hurt or whatever. What's the story with the Hurt Syndicate? I saw Bobby Lashley in some solo matches. I haven't seen Sheldon Benjamin. We haven't seen Hinner Hive at the Hurt Syndicate. MJF hasn't been around. I heard he's out doing some movies and some making public appearances. I think he's hurt too. I know he had that match with Mark Briscoe, that brutal match that he had, and I think he got hurt in that match. I'd like to see, MJF is my man. I like him whether he's a heel or a baby face or whatever. Like Seth Rollins. I've always liked Seth Rollins regardless of where he is. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've always liked Stone Cold. No matter what if he was a heel or a baby face or whatever he was, or an in-between or whatever. I've always liked Stone Cold Steve Austin. And so, like I said, no matter what it is, I always like MJF. He's the show as well. And I had the privilege of checking it out Wednesday night. I'm usually doing shows and really don't have much time to even look at that, but I can watch it on demand because I have HBO Max. And now that I have HBO Max, Smokin' Jim, I can watch their pay-per-views and not have to pay for it. So there you go with that. So, no, not at all. Oh, no, not at all. So, but anyway, what I wanted to say was, I think that the Don Callis family is doing. It's just growing and growing, and it's going to get even bigger. But what I like about Don Callis is, if he thinks if he thinks you're not cutting it like Powerhouse Hobbs, he'll kick you out in a minute. And so all right, hello to you as well. Thank you for being part of the program. So again, I think Don Callis and his family right now are carrying AEW, Smokin' Jim, because right now Samoa Joe's the champ, but I think that they're carrying the programs here, and even John Moxley, the Death Riders, that match he had with Claudio Castagnoli. I haven't seen him around. I don't even think he's even part of the Death Riders anymore. They're starting to fade away a little bit. Pac is always hurt, or whatever. He drifts away in the wind. And now it's just, Yuta and that lady, that UFC lady. And also it's John Moxley. Question is, Moxley's popularity now has sort of sunk a little bit. He's kind of down in the dumps and down in the doldrums there. Right now. He was champ for a while. And, so I think maybe he needs to resurrect his career and become champ again. I think the championship, being the champ, Smokin' Jim, and I think you'll agree with me on this, can take a brutal toll on your body and your time and everything. And I think that's probably why he doesn't want to be champ. I think he likes the position he's in right now. He'll always continue to be a psychotic kind of a guy. And, he was like that for years. He's been like that for years. And rumors of him coming back to the WWE, do not listen to any of them because they are false. He still has a contract with AEW, and I don't think he's going to be back with the WWE anytime soon. He controls his own creative there at AEW, so I don't believe he's going to be back, Smokin' Jim. But your thoughts on AEW and John Moxley and whatnot? Excuse me.
I tell you what a tough guy, man. Whenever Mox is out there, he's going to put on a performance, man. He's going to give you everything he got, and it's going to be violent. It's not going to be quick. It's going to be a long match. I don't know how his body holds up when he puts it through, man. But, AEW is not going to let that guy out of a contract. No way.
No, not at all. Not at all. My question to you as well is, what's your thoughts? Chris Jericho's coming back, and I forgot to ask you that earlier when we were talking about WWE. Let's shift back to them. He'll be back for the Royal Rumble. I hear this is his last hurrah. He wants to retire in the WWE. I hear the Hardys are coming. They want to retire in the WWE. And there's a few other people that want to do so as well. What do you think of this Chris Jericho coming back? What do you think he adds to the WWE?
He can still wrestle, man. The Hardys can still wrestle, man, even though they're up in age and they're going to retire soon. But I think, man, what a way to be able to go out, on top with your fans, being able to see. What a lot of people don't realize, man, is it's the young kids that never seen some of these guys wrestle, and they get an opportunity. It's almost like Phillip Rivers, man. There's a lot of people that never seen him play, man. Heard about him, and now he came back and was able to play and perform. And his high school team that he coaches, they were watching the game down there in Alabama, and there was nothing else to do in Alabama but watch that game. So, man, I like it. I like Chris Jericho going out in the WWE, the Hardys, John Cena.
Yes, exactly. The Rock. Yeah. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan went out in the WWE. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was sad. It was sad to see Hulk Hogan go. He was a big time icon. In fact, they're still airing his commercials. I don't know. His estate's making money on that beer commercial that they still airing. Because they brought back he resurrected American beer. And Mount Rushmore. So if there was a wrestling Mount Rushmore, Hulk Hogan would definitely be there. So if there was a wrestling Mount Rushmore.
Bruno Sammartino, who else?
I'd say Bruno Sammartino. That's a hard one. I put John Cena up there. Ric Flair. There you go. There's your 4.
Yeah.
Ric Flair won what 14 times, 15 times. He's won or 16. Yeah. I put Ric Flair up there. I would put Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, and John Cena. That would be my 4 right there. That's exactly it. If we did a Mount Rushmore today, that would be the Wrestletalk Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? You know, if anyone else wants to chime in on this Mount Rushmore, you can do that as well. You know, so. How about the Boogeyman? Yeah, the Boogeyman's coming back too. I heard about that. The Boogeyman. Yeah, he's coming back. He's been in the independent circuit for a while, but he's making a comeback. Rob Van Dam, he was at the retirement match at Saturday night's main event. Yeah, Robbie Van Dam could be coming back as well. Hall of Famer, you know. So, you know, but yeah, oh, exactly. And Jeff Hardy, yeah, that'd be a good match. Rob Van Dam's last match in the WWE against Jeff Hardy. There you go. That would be a good match. I think that really would be a good match. So, you know, but yeah, the Hardys are talking about coming back to the WWE when their TNA contract runs out. Hey, I tell you what I want to talk about. How about Mercedes Moné? She's starting to lose her belts. She had all them belts they had like 8 belts or something. Now she's down to, I think, 4. She's losing these belts. I think I know I don't either, but you know what, Smokin' Jim? I think that might be getting to her a little bit. You know, you only got so much room your body can take to try to defend all the way to those belts. You know what I mean? You know, and yeah, she's down, I think, to about 4 belts now. She just lost the AEW women's title. She lost that to, I forget who she lost that to, but she just lost that belt and some other belts. So it's been one after the other for her. It's starting to, her empire is starting to sink. You know what I mean? You know, yeah. So, you know, so, but that, yeah, that's for sure. Creative will really take it down. So, you know, but anyway, Smokin' Jim, final thoughts before we let you go. Please don't forget to tune in tonight to the Pittsburgh Sports Line, 7:00 p.m. Bethel Park TV. Smokin' Jim Frazier, L. Levine, the Talking Machine, Chip Hayner, Mike Rohde, and the janitor or the ice cream man or the popcorn vendor or whatever, whoever Al decides to put on there. He would never have me on the show, but he you know, he has, you know, yeah. Or his next door neighbor or somebody that cuts his hair or whatever he does, you know. So his pupil failed. So, you know, but anyway. But tune in to watch Smokin' Jim. You know, at least tune into that. Pittsburgh Sports Line. Bethel Park TV, and catch them on YouTube and Facebook as well. I'll be tuning in as I always do. And at 7:30 tonight, don't forget the Sports Nuts Show tonight at 7:30 with Brandon Keeler, Shane Owens. Also, don't forget, and Matt Thomas and contributors Brian Pettit, Pensman Sports, and I'll be joining them starting next year. And I'll be on the show with them on Friday, the Sports Nuts Network. Please don't forget to tune into them. You know, great programming. Brandon always has some great guests on. In fact, he was just on earlier. He's going to have the strength and conditioning coach of the Denver Broncos coming on. So Brandon always, Brandon's a booking machine like I am, Smokin' Jim. He can book some great guests. He has some great contacts, and he's already given us some great contacts as well and all that other stuff. Don't forget to contribute to Pensman Sports and Brian Pettit's Tiger Stripes Media. And also, before we go, don't forget to also tune into, oh, wait a minute, hold on, I already did that. Yeah, today's show is brought to you in part by our new sponsor, the Bonfire Restaurant down in Ocean City, Maryland, right on Coastal Highway. Great food, great value, all-you-can-eat crab legs, prime ribs, seafood. What a great buffet they have. And you might want to tune in or head down there and check out the Bonfire Restaurant down in downtown area of Ocean City on Coastal Highway, 410-524-7171. That's 412-524-7171. The Bonfire Restaurant. Tell them Ralph Williams sent you, and you heard it right here on the program. Brand new sponsor, the Bonfire Restaurant in Ocean City, Maryland. We have some more sponsors coming along. You can be a sponsor too, 412-545-4317. RalphWilliams737 at gmail.com. You can also email us of all your mailbags. I'm going to make one more check on the emails here and see if we have any emails before we finish up Smokin' Jim. We already had one today as well, complimenting us from Harrisburg. Let me see if we have any fresh emails here before we go so we can acknowledge them. Always acknowledging the fans, you have to. So just to let everyone know as well. All right. Smokin' Jim, final thoughts before we wrap it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Excellent show, man. It was fun as usual. We covered a lot of material, a lot of events is going on, and I think 2026 is going to be a great year for professional wrestling.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And I also want to talk about January 10th, 2026 Retribution event. Hang on a minute. Let me do some maneuvering here a little bit. Let me get Smokin' Jim's thing off of here so you can see this. All right. It's at the Heritage Fire Company, Lewistown. Retribution, January 10th, 2026. In Lewistown, Pennsylvania. That is an independent wrestling event. Check that event out. If you have any information, get a hold of the Heritage Fire Company. They will direct you where you need to go. So that's coming up January 10th. We always promote our friends in the independent circuit as well. So I just want to let everyone know that. All right. One more thing. Let's take a couple more comments before we wrap it up here. All right. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Gunther, for ending the Watch Clown show. Just tuned in here. And then we have hello, new subscriber here, refreshing content. Thank you very much, Penelope Paulitz. Thank you. I appreciate that. And for Smokin' Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. Until the new year, have a happy new year. Merry Christmas. We'll be back January the 6th with another edition of Wrestletalk to celebrate the 2026 season. January 6th, we'll be back with Sports Corner Show as well. The radio show will continue on the weekends. Until next time, for Smokin' Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. Have yourself a great one, and please, by all means, be safe.